What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jake. This is Rocket's Return. Today, I want to talk about all these people that are mad as shit over a couple of YouTubers who've learned how to make a living. Crazy. As well as some other stuff going on in the market. Nothing crazy. This won't be long. If you can't hear, I have a cold. So my breathing is going to be heavier than normal. Sorry, not sorry. Can't help it. Today, as I'm sitting here just watching, YouTube and come across a video talking about Oyama and Jar Chomp who have posted this program. I think they say it's not a program or something like that. You don't get a certificate at the end, whatever it may be. But it's like you pay them $2,500. Hold on. I get that's a lot. It is. Okay. But if we lay it all out, just stick with me. Okay. Just stick with me. Okay. $2,500, 6 to 8 weeks with increase financial income one way or the other. Basically, you know what? I'll put the screen grabs somewhere up here, one of these two sides. Leave them up for a little bit so y'all can read them. Basically, what they're doing is they're teaching you how they make money in this space. Okay. And yes, I get it. Right now, it's a little bit easier than it has been because pretty much all Pokemon cards are going up. Right now, we're a little stagnant. That's okay. It'll start to climb again. I think the biggest thing that really gets me about this is the amount of people who attack them for doing business in a hobby that we all wish we could do business in. Okay. If you've ever had a hobby and been like, man, I really hate my job. I wish I could leave it and do this and make money, which 99.99999% of us have said that. Okay. I like my job, but if I had the option to go full-time content creation, full-time Pokemon card, whatever vendor, it doesn't matter, all the whole bunch, and make more money than what I do and work for myself, I would do it. It's really hypocritical to hate on people for making money, for offering a service because they value their time. All right. And like I said, there's probably a lot of people they're going to see this and they're going to be like, oh, this is so stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I do. When you need some side money and you turn on that lawnmower and start mowing lawns, you don't just go $5 a lawn. You have to go, well, I got to pay for gas in the mower. I have to pay for the drive over there because you have to account for those things. I got to assess what I think my time is worth. And all of a sudden that $5 to $10 lawn mow became $200. Stop being mad at people for valuing their time just because they value theirs higher than yours. It's not hard. It doesn't make any sense it's being hypocritical. Imagine if you have a side gig and I come up to you and I go, oh, bro, you should do that for free because there are people who, you know what they do? They garden and do their yard as a hobby. They try different things. They buy things and put them in their yard to create different views and landscapes. But I should be mad at you for charging to come over and take your time to mow my grass? No. Look, I get it. We're talking manual labor versus, not so manual labor. Stand behind the thing. But these people are people who've seen success in this hobby and are showing you how they do it. You know what? I'll say it straight up. I would rather sit and listen to them talk on these things. And here's the thing. I don't have $2,500 to dedicate to that. But if you do and you want to, you should. Because that 25 will be well worth it. They're going to try to help you progress. And really, ultimately, what it comes down to is how serious you take it, how much you're willing to absorb, and how bad you really want it. It's that simple. People commenting left and right, oh, grifters, grifters, grifters. No, smart people, business minded people. Who cares if it's in a hobby? Okay. I don't go to work and work for free every day. If I did that, I'd be poor, more poor than I already am. Yeah, that. If you asked me to perform a service, when I was in high school, every year during the summer, I would go clean my grandparents' windows and her neighbors' windows. And my grandmother would set it up for me and she would give me the window cleaning stuff. And at the end of it, I had to pay her for that. I had to pay her for the stuff she provided because she went to the store, picked it up for me so I could do that. So when I learned that and they said, "Hey, will you do the house for $50?" I would say, "No, but I'll do the house for 100." That's how it works. You have to assess these things, people. And if you're mad at them, but you're sitting here watching them, you're a hypocrite. Because at the end of the day, these people are taking their time and they have to find a way to make their money. Not everybody wants to work in corporate America. That's fair. Let me put it this way. If if I go on somebody's Etsy page and I'm ordering jewelry, am I going to be mad that they charge me for it? No, because they have something I want. That's what these people are doing. They're trying to give you something that you want that they have. They're teaching you a valuable skill. It's more than just Pokemon cards. Some of the stuff they teach you, you will probably be able to take into other things. It's really not a bad thing to charge people for your time, your knowledge, and stuff like that. When you go to a mechanic and they say the job's going to take 5 hours, but then they call you in two, you still pay for 5 hours because you're paying for his knowledge, his skills, and the speed that he did it in to make sure you could get your car back. If you don't like it, shut the hell up and just keep trucking. It's probably not meant for you anyway. It's not meant for me right now. I can't afford that. But I'm not going to hate on people who can. And I'm definitely not going to hate on them for being willing to take the time out of their day to do that. When ultimately, if you think about it, uh, 2,500, I don't know how many times a week they meet with you, probably once or twice, probably for a few hours a day. I think they said it's like 2 to 4. I could be wrong. And they have lives. Like they have other things they're doing. They dedicate their time to other avenues. And you can hate on them. You can call them grifters. You can say all this, all that. Okay. You want to talk about a grifter? Let's talk about Jason Page. That's a grifter. $125 for a signature, and that's what he says he's bringing value. And if you look those up on eBay, they're all way under that. Period. There is no problem with charging people for a service, whether you like it or not. When you call somebody to have your toilet fixed, let's do this. Pokey Plumber. He is a plumber. That's where the name comes from. If you call him, say, I need these lines fixed, this replaced, blah, 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 it's broken, it's leaking. He's going to say, okay, let me come over there and assess it. And then he's going to give you a quote. And then you're going to have to pay that. And you're going to be like, oh, but I could have gotten it done for free by my neighbor. Yeah, but you didn't. You called a professional. These people are professionals in this space. They've seen success over and over again, not just once. It's really ridiculous to come in here and say, oh, because this is a child's base game, people can't do anything with it. The truth is this is not a game for children. This is a game for everybody. It's like these hands. They're rated E for everyone. Okay? This game, these collectibles, these whatever you want to call them, cardboard, I don't care. We are far past children's game. We haven't been there for a long time. And we are into hobby, collectible, valuable. And here's the thing. The only thing you're actually mad at is that you can't afford these things. There's no reason to be mad at it. That just means it's not for you right now. Okay. I can't afford 2,500. I mean, I could. I can pull 2,500 out of my account, but I can't afford to dedicate my time to that right now. I work 60 hours a week. That's like my minimum. I don't think I've had a paycheck come through like I'm paid weekly. I haven't had a paycheck come through in the past 6 months that has been less than 58 hours. And the max is normally around 67. Okay. Y'all ever wonder why I'm tired? That's it. But with the skill set I had, if somebody called me and said, "Hey, Jake, I need you to fix this," because before I was a machinist here, I was a brazier, which means I took a torch and some copper and I put shit together like hot glue. You ever seen you ever seen them take the case off your AC unit outside and all these fins and that copper tubing? I built those at one point before I moved over to making the copper tubing. If somebody called me and said, "Jake, can you bring the torch over here and, fill this hole that's leaking?" I'd say, yeah. Like, all right, cool. How much would you do it for? Probably about $200. Oh, what? I thought you'd do it for free because we're friends. My editor thought, because we've been best friends for a long time, that I wasn't going to be willing to pay him. And I had to fight him tooth and nail to pay him, because I was supporting something that, although it is a hobby for him, it is also something that he wants to pursue. And currently he works in that field. He does marketing for a huge in the race world, huge race world company. We're going to call it that because a lot of y'all wouldn't understand what I'm saying. Okay. If you're into cars, fast cars, and you know who KLM Fab, the guy who edits my videos, is the same guy who does all their marketing and their pictures and everything like that now. Okay. He was like, how much do you want to pay? And I was like, well, I don't have a lot of money, but I want it to be worth it for you. He said, how about, I said, this is new to you. It's new to me, but he's good at it. He's, good at fixing the things. Cause I didn't want him to add a bunch of shit. I didn't want him to add sound effects and this and that. Just the pop-ups you see come up, make sure the sound is as clear as can be with my heavy breathing asthmatic ass, and make sure the lighting was good. That's all I want. Okay. I'll give you 50 to 60 a video once a week. Send it over to you. Oh no, dude, I'll do that for free. No, you won't. No, dude, I will. Like, I want to support you, and I want to support you, sir. It's how our conversation went, pretty much. I know you want to support me. This is something that you're passionate about. I want to pay for your passion. You help me with mine. Okay, fine, whatever. Fuck it. You twisted my leg. I'll pay the cheaper price. But the truth is, I was willing to pay more. I'm just getting the friend discount. However, when he goes to work at KLM, he doesn't tell them, "Hey, you get the friend discount." Shit, his cousin's the one who owns the company. He doesn't get to tell his cousin, "Hey, you get the cousin discount." He says, "No, bro, you got to pay me, however much a year. You got to pay me this much hourly." You can't be mad at somebody for making their hobby, any hobby, no matter what it is, a financially stable thing for them in their life, because then you get to actually enjoy making your money and you don't hate everything about it. Stop being hypocrites. That's all there is to it. Don't be mad that people are trying to make money in a world where we're in a recession, where we all need it more than ever. Shit. The company I work for knows that. They just bumped us. We have a pay scale. They just bumped all of us up 2 bars on the pay scale. We normally get 2 a year. We're getting 2 right now, and we'll get 1 at the end of the year. Okay? They understand. Stop being mad at people for trying to be financially stable, less stressed, and dedicating their time to teach people about their passions. It doesn't matter how much it costs, what they teach you. If they deliver, they're providing a good service. If they don't deliver, maybe you just didn't put the time and effort in. It has nothing to do with who they are as people. If you talk to both of them, you can watch their YouTube videos and they teach you little by little. But I would be willing to bet that this is a very in-depth dive into what you will see and how they've seen success. That's all there is to it. You know what? We'll save the market talk for a different day. I got to get to work. Let's wrap this up real quick. Don't be a hypocrite. Stop hating on people for turning their passion into a job and enjoying a job. Just stop being a hater. See you next time, guys. Peace.